I got a story for you. It happened about 30 years ago. When my friend allegedly uh, killed somebody and buried him in his backyard. But yeah, this friend of mine, his name is Rick. He's about 3 years older than I am. And about 30 years ago, we were in our 20s, I guess. And he cruises by my house. He's on this motorcycle. It's a 72 Honda 754. He had put drag bars on it and a cafe racing seat, and it looked pretty cool. He was pretty cool as far as customizing shit, I guess. And he comes pulling up, and Rick's a goofy fucker. And he goes, "Hey, check out my motorcycle." I said, "Hey, that's pretty cool, man." I've known him since I was 6 years old. And he goes, "Give it a try." So I said, "Sure." I jump on it, and I went cruising around the block, and yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked Hondas. And so I said, "Yeah, all right, yeah, I'll stop in one of these days." And he only lives down the hill, about a block and a half away. So the very next day, I am cruising by, and I'm in my Toyota Land Cruiser. That's what I drove back then. And I saw him goofing around in his garage. So I pulled in the alley, and I stopped in front of his garage and shit. And I went in there and, "Hey, what's going on, Rick?" And he says, "Oh, not much. Have a beer." So we're having a beer, and he smokes a joint, and we're just having a good old time. It's Saturday afternoon, and before we know it, we turn around, and there's Gary, the police officer, the city cop. And everybody likes Gary. He's a pretty fair guy, and we're like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "What do we do?" And Rick said, "Yeah, can I help you?" And Gary says, "Yeah, well, we got a complaint from your neighbor." He goes, "For what?" And he goes, "Well, according to your neighbor, last night, well, better yet, I'll just show it to you." He goes, and I go, "Well, hey, I just got here. I'm gonna take off." He goes, he pulls his fucking gun on us and says, "You ain't going fucking nowhere. You stay right there, Joe." So I'm like, "Whoa!" And he goes, "Come here, Rick." And on the other side of the bushes, he says, "What's that?" The cop says, and Rick goes, "What's what?" He goes, "Come on, Rick, you can see." And I'm looking down, and I see a fucking freshly dug grave where it looks like he buried somebody there. Like it was the same shape as a grave, just like you see on TV, whatever. And I said, "Holy fuck." And he goes, "No, I really got to go." And he goes, "Joe, you're not going anywhere." And he goes, "Rick, what's going on?" He goes, "Nothing." He goes, "Did you bury a body there?" Rick goes, "No, no, I didn't murder anybody." He goes, "Well, Rick, I got it. Are you gonna make me get a shovel and dig this fucker up? What's going on?" And he goes, "All right." He goes, "I buried a motorcycle there." And I look around. Oh yeah, the motorcycle he was driving the day before is gone. And he goes, "Well, what the fuck did you bury a motorcycle for?" He goes, "Oh, I stole it." So he goes, "Was Joe in on it?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "You can leave. Get out of here." So I left. And turns out he got charged with stealing a motorcycle, and yeah. So uh, that was 30 years ago. But I ran into Gary a couple years ago. Now he's in his 70s. I think 75 or maybe a little younger than that. But we just started talking about the old days, and we laughed about that. He goes, "That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen, the funniest thing I've ever seen." And now he's a private investigator. But so yeah, yeah, that's my story about my friend who they thought maybe he killed somebody. But so yeah, if you like that story, leave a like. If not, don't leave a like, but subscribe, and I'll tell you more goofy ass stories like that. Cause yeah, we were stupid. Talk to you later. Bye.